Right, your little gesture then, Nick.
I want that purple one.
Mike, you seen the intro yet?
I've seen this one before, yeah.
Not the new one. He hasn't seen it, has he, John?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, no.
Nobody has, Hanky. Nobody has.
Uh-oh. Brace yourself, Michael.
Brace yourself, everybody. not just Mike.
All clean.
That's a shame.
All clean, just how to get a bucket.
Just something different every week.
I keep thinking I'm getting broken into and that.
I was going to say, Hank, stop fucking breaking stuff.
I'll put it a bit loud.
Was that moment when Julie glassed you while you were editing?
Yes.
What's that?
I'm going. See you later. Your muscles, Matt. I don't know who, but it just appeared.
We've sound this. Man, Hanky. I like that. Welcome.
Whoever does your
Welcome to the best intros on YouTube.
Do we need to sack the intro guy?
There was literally no fuck ups that time. That's the first time in a long time that
I was like, are we? No, right.
I was
Sorry.
No, there's another video. Oh, up.
Sorry.
Welcome
Not
to
sorry.
episode 17 of the Proper Live Show.
Woo.
With
Good evening.
special guests,
Good
Mike
evening.
from Wick Liquor.
Thank you, sir.
Marco?
All right, sir.
We will start with Mike. How was your week this week? Have you taken over the world yet, or what part of the world have you taken over?
Gradually. We're doing it slightly sneaky. So most people obviously tend to go really big in their home country. We've done that. We've relaunched Wick Liquor, and that's been going really, really well. But in the background, we've been happily talking away to a lot of other countries. We've done a couple of expos this year: Paraguay, Egypt, Dubai. That was the last one. But we've had something on the back burner for a little while. Started pre-lockdown. Lockdown really fucked us. So that went on a bit of a back burner, but we've rekindled it and we've struck a bit of a deal with the guys down in Australia. And as of Monday next week, Wick Liquor will be now available in Australia.
Woo!
So we're taking over the world, but we've started at the bottom and we're gradually going to work our way around. So nobody's going to see us coming. All of a sudden, we'll be just like
World domination.
North Korea is probably next.
Yeah.
If you go in that direction. North
Yeah, I've
Korea.
got
It's
a
like what
Zoom
you're saying,
meeting
Mike.
with him.
It's this. Unstoppable, isn't it?
It's a new set of rules.
Look at that.
Yeah. Let's be unstoppable.
Absolutely smashing it, mate.
Yeah, it's going really, really well. Really, really well.
Going to be available in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran.
Yes. Don't forget Russia.
Also. And Russia, yeah. And some parts of the Ukraine.
We might put it into Russia.
I've just got the fucking video demonetized again. Fuck's sake.
Fuck you know.
Jesus, Mike.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
Hanky, how was your week?
My week's been all right, up and down, been a bit low, but that's just a week goes, and I'm looking forward to the Friday, 10 p.m. Can't wait. I've been editing it and doing this and doing that. I always keep them clean, guys, but God, Smurfette Mike. I don't know where that picture come from, Mike. Honestly.
I was wondering why Nevs had got the old Princess Leia.
No, I kept messaging Graham yesterday, and he sent me all these pictures with AI on it. I goes, I want a clear one. So I just went on and just picked one. And that was it. But you pucker in your lips good there, but...
Yeah, I'm just trying to work back through my Facebook pictures now and think, which one was that one?
Somebody was kissing your cheek on that one.
Yeah, I know which one. Oh, God, that is an old one.
I was going to go even lower.
Yeah, that was when I was around about 19.5 stone, I reckon, if you showed the rest of the picture.
No, it'll all be deleted anyway, Mike. It just goes into my WB for later, so I'm all right.
Yes, of course it does.
No, good week. Pass it back to John.
Nevs, how was your week? You look tired.
Well, it comes with the job, doesn't it? But we soldier on.
Take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. Yeah.
I think it's about time you kick back for a bit.
Yeah.
Well, these new shifts, a week on, week off, are actually better.
Aye.
So
I like these unofficial shifts that you keep doing. It's fantastic.
Unofficial, I run the show shifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you normally take that week off one, you're always messaging the guy that's on the next week off to say, will you do my week on so I can have your week off there, don't you?
Exactly. You know what I mean, Mike? We think alike. Yeah.
Matthew, how was your week?
Same old. Really? Nothing changes.
No new cows this week, no?
No, I can't afford to do that every week, unfortunately.
Jag.
That one's cost me enough. But the private plate's gone on this week, so it's looking better.
Nice.
Does it say like boobs or something funny, no?
No, just sort of says my surname in a roundabout way. Well, it did when I closed it up and put a fixing bolt in it, but I got pulled over, so I changed it.
Is that your jag I've seen today with TPLS on it? No? Matt?
No, but that's not a bad one to get, actually.
Yeah, the proper large show.
How much does one of those things cost over in the UK? Is it?
What, private plate?
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
Anything you can buy them for. Yes, Scott, I did, but not that one. Different one. They start at 299 quid.
Yeah, I was going to say, if your name's WN62 BHK, you're fucking in, ain't you?
You can go for less.
Free with a car.
They start at 300 from DVLA. But they're anything. One of the ones that I'd like to have is currently on special offer at £18,000.
Mine doesn't exist. I've been looking for years for mine. It doesn't exist yet. I wanted PUG5L3Y.
I was about to say they won't allow cunt on the number plate.
No, I might nearly come now. It's only one off. It's got a Y instead of a T, so it's almost like cunt.
Yeah. They also won't fit them to little Tigers cars as well.
Shut the fuck up, Michael.
On that note, Pugs, how was your week?
All right, actually. Apart from
any deals done?
Don't even want why. Why?
What, anything new this week?
What drama?
Oh.
Drama, son.
Shall I say it?
Yeah, say it. Fuck it. Yeah, you don't have to say the name.
Next bit wasn't the I was talking about before. I won't say the name. I'll deal with that later. I bought the what's it called? The Ultrona. I think it's called the Sphinx. I'm not sure. It's the big Stabwood one they did, the Dual 21700, off a guy on the sale group. Yeah. It's from SSPT group. Yeah. And this was about
Nick's in that group, isn't he? Go ahead.
Everyone's in that group. It was about 2 weeks ago. So he's putting off posting it and giving me excuses why I couldn't post it forever and ever. That was starting to piss me off. And then today he sends me a message saying, I've just tested the mod and it doesn't work. It's broke. So I'll refund you the money on the 23rd of next month.
What?
Who's that? Who's
so this guy buying this thing off. So I went off my tits at him. So look, I calmed down a little bit. I said, tell you what, if you're telling me now that you've just thrown it in the bin, no, actually, he didn't tell me he's thrown it in the bin at that point. I said, just send me the mod, and I'll see if I can fix it. I've got 6 weeks before you're going to give me the money back anyway, so I might be able to fix it. And so now I threw it in the bin. I said, well, you've clearly only just thrown it in the bin because you've just tested it. So get it out of the bin and send it me. Oh, I'm not getting out of the bin. It's full of food and dog shit.
Lying bastard.
At this point, like clearly you had no intentions of selling me the fucking mod. And basically what I've just done is land a stranger 45 quid till next month.
And no even interest. Like,
no, and this guy was vouched by people on SSPT as well.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, he claims that he's just started a new job and he's got to work a month in hand. Yeah, you spent the fucking money I sent you. And then he says, I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, like what?
What?
You can't have.
Yeah, he's kind of done all of it wrong. All of it.
If he was unemployed and had no job, he still should have your 45.
I don't know about anyone else. Whenever I've sold something, when the money's come in, I've set that money and I've left it there until that person has the mod in hand and has messaged me and said, it's arrived, thanks, happy with it. Then I'll take the money out of the paper.
Yeah.
That's what I said
Why
to him.
why doesn't everybody do that?
Without saying, well, I've never sold anything. I'm too much of a hoarder. So I don't know about that. I would have done that, though. Well, I just put it in the bank, but there's enough money in the bank to pay the person back. Do you know what I mean? So
if you need a lender for you, Bob, I'm after getting like 4 quid there. So
it was 45 quid. I'm not. It's not the end of the world, but
2 new members.
It's the fucking.
It's the principle.
It's the principle.
Back in a minute.
I know he's lying. I know he's lying. Yeah.
I just want to say a big welcome to my 2 newest members, Nevans. And
he's a fucking knobhead, Scott.
and Simon. Thank you very much.
Whoa, hang on.
Simon.
How much is membership?
2 quid.
You managed to get Simon to part with 2 quid.
We need to. Where is that? Bring him back up.
Already off.
How the hell did that happen?
€2.99.
$2.99. I'll tell you what.
No, it's €2.99. I just want to make that very clear to people in chat.
I bet you. When he clicked that button,
it's less than €3.
moth flew out of his computer.
He was getting a bargain. He was getting one of those bargains.
No, it did say £2.99. It did say £2.99.
No,
but has anybody actually told Simon that he gets
Definitely
nothing for his $2.99?
Tell Simon it's £3. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to do it.
Don't tell him he gets anything for it.
I haven't got YouTube. I'll sort it.
I'm feeling really guilty now, looking at that top of that chat and thinking, I should do.
Why am I out
there? Just, don't put yourself under pressure. Give it 6 weeks. Wait till I get that money back to you.
No.
Do you
know what else is really annoying about it? He pulled the mental health card.
Ah, Lord.
Oh, fucking hell.
You know.
You should pull that. My mental health has deteriorated since this deal went in.
In the last 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure I'm depressed.
How long ago did you send in the money?
About nearly 2 weeks ago.
Claim it back.
Can't. It was a fucking bank transfer. He didn't have PayPal.
Rookie mistake there, folks.
You're having that back.
Well, I said no. I said no when he said I haven't got PayPal, so I'm out, mate. That's it. And then he got all these vouchers off people from the group. I was like, oh, maybe he's all right. People have done loads of deals with him. So I was like, oh, do you know what? Fuck it. It's only 45 quid. Wow, it's only 45 quid.
Yeah.
It was
Billy Lee.
It was the Ultrona. I think it's called the Ultrona Sphinx. It's the one that Ultrona sold for about 350 quid, but it was the ugliest mod they ever made. But it was 45 quid and it was stabwood, so I thought I'll have it.
But you didn't.
No, it was covered in dog food.
He probably didn't have it. He probably got the picture off somebody else.
Yeah, 100%. Have you reverse image searched it?
Say again? No, I haven't actually, no.
Should do.
Yeah.
Listen to Nebs.
Yeah.
What is that? Reverse image search. What's that?
You just
it'll show everywhere where that image is on the internet.
Ah, okay.
So you know if someone's taken it off Google because it'll come up on Google.
Ah, I see. Pugs, on a lighter note, would you like to say hello to everyone in chat?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the normal way. Cloud Chucker, good evening, sir. Dino's in, sorry. Dino.
Dino.
Daryl. I'm just going to call him Daryl. Ian Thomas, the legend with the jerky, is in. Good evening, Ian. We've got Jim Mills with us this evening. And John the Vaping Joker. Good evening, buddy. Just Josh is with us, one of our resident policemen. Kenny, one of the Scottish Cray twins. We've got Lynn Smith. Mark Trigwell is with us this evening. Mr. Intense! Red-Eyed Loon, Savage Simon Squire, Scott Wood, the woodworking legend, and Vapor Bunny. And I'm pretty sure if you've just added while I've been doing that. So...
Did I see Waftam? No, I thought I seen Waftam.
I have not spoken to Waftam for weeks. I was thinking that today. Matt Polly is here as well. Good evening, Mr. Polly.
Oh no, it's Matthew.
Did I say Vapor Bunny? I think I said Vapor Bunny. I didn't say Billy Lee. She wasn't in the list then, because she's always at the top.
Our
From the
newest
beginning.
Billy,
I
think that's
are you always on top, Billy?
she's always on top, Billy Lee. She loves it. You love South. I think Matt Polly, if you're talking about that guy from Germany, I missed it by about 10 hours. And I definitely would have bought it because it was 350 quid and I was gutted. And that could not.
Fucking hell, that would have took 6 months to get the money back.
Fucking hell, eh?
Have you seen Scott's comment?
Where was he?
I reversed image a picture of Madge's pants and they showed up on my bedroom floor.
Dirty bastard.
It's highly inappropriate. Highly. Demonetized straight away.
See you later, Kenny. Fucking hell, that was quick.
Wow.
Is he gone?
Got to shoot, chaps. Take care. Enjoy. Yup.
Nice.
Taking dog out.
Oh, did I not say hello to Kenny? Did I say hello to Kenny?
No, you didn't.
Oh, evening, Kenny. Is that why he's gone? He's seen his ass. Kenny. Kenny. Don't go.
Please don't go.
Beans on toast.
Don't go.
So, yeah, there you go. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining
Good
us.
evening, good evening. And special welcome to our 3 new members.
I'm still very angry.
Can I just send a lot of love to Lynn Smith? His other house still in hospital, bless her. Much love, Lynn.
Big love, big love.
I'm gonna have to join now, aren't I? Because I can't have you lot joining and me not
You've
doing
got that. What's that called? The FOMO.
FOMO now.
Fear of missing out on nothing.
Yeah.
What's the special content that we get for being a member, Joe?
You get special emojis and shit.
4 emojis.
If I get enough members, I will do giveaways every month. I will do something.
Is that it? Spending £3 a month for something?
There's only like 3 or 4. There's not much point. But if we get like over 10, we'll start doing monthly giveaways maybe.
So spending £3.
We definitely will be doing monthly giveaways, coil giveaways.
It's £75 an emoji. 75 pence an emoji.
I'm getting a bit sick of getting ripped off today. Got to tell you.
You're in with the chance of winning proper coils. That will probably get sent anyway. But anyway, that's not the point.
Sam is going to be pissed off now because I've not joined this subscription thing. Has he done that, by the way?
I don't think so.
Has he? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't think so. I know fully well he has, but I'm going to say I don't think so because I haven't joined it.
No. And his giveaway wouldn't be as good as mine if he did.
I've got to verify it with my bank. Fucking hell, for £3.
Not surprised after that face picture.
Yes.
It's €3. £3. It's €3.
You're red listed. You're red listed.
€3, whatever.
Yeah, €3, £2 basically.
Is it that bad now? Because I thought the euro was almost.
No, it's not that bad. I'm trying to make it more appealing to people.
It's about like it's like £2.98.
Is it that close? It's not that close, is it? I hope it is.
According to this, I'm spending £2.99 GBP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a rip off. I'd never accept.
See, again, this is a day for it. Really, almost there. Right,
rip off sounds aye. Yeah, I tell you what, we'll do. We'll do a monthly giveaway to the members every. Delicious, Jesus Christ! Right, we're definitely doing monthly giveaways then. Fuck this shit. We've enough. We have a good few in now. The last show of every month, which will be. So we're going to do the membership giveaway on the 28th. The show on the 28th. We will do a membership giveaway. The first ever membership giveaway on the show, and we will give away 3 sets of Proper Coils to whoever wins.
Nice.
Every month.
Is this on top of the free ones that you send us for being a sponsor on the side of the show anyway?
Well, we'll discuss that after the show, folks.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Simon's undercutting you now. Look, $1.99 mine.
Oh.
Is it? I'm certain I put it down for €3. Certain.
You have to do some
says €3. Anyway. Moving on. We go to the buffet. Where's our buffet? Buffet bumper. Go.
I'll just wait for the drop.
Yeah. You like I done that noise thing where it's everything's even. And you don't get scared. Who wants to go first? Hanky, do you want to go first?
Hold on, I'm just doing a bank thing in a minute.
Nevans, go first. Go first.
Please. Just go on.
Yeah. I was thinking that as well. Caliburn AZ2, I think, or AS2. Nevermore in there. Always Nevermore in the pods. The GZ2. Nevermore in there. The UL Pop Reel. Nevermore in there. Nevermore in all of them.
It's in all the pods, is it? Yeah.
Got fucking bottles and bottles of Nevermore, so Nevermore's in everything. Dwarf on the real Danny Mini. Strawberry Swirl in there. Tripod 2 on the. What's that fucking thing called?
Zip.
On the zip, yeah, on the zip.
What is that? Osmosis, is it? No.
Osmosis.
That's the old. Yeah. The real Tripod 2 on top of the SX Mini Dell Class V2 and lemon.
Just to pause you. Yes, one of those Tripod 2s is a clone. However, last night in Zoom, he put them up on the camera and asked Paul Hinchcliffe which one was the real one, and he picked the wrong one.
No.
You bought a proper one?
Yeah, I bought it off Blumpkin, from Blumpkin's Bargains.
Have you been to the bargains?
Oh, he did mention he was potentially shifting one of those.
He's having a clear out.
Yeah, has he got another one, I think? Has he got
No, I think that was it.
All right, yeah.
I'm clearing him out of Chinese shit.
Yeah, I like it, but it's not as good as the dwarf. And like I can say that now because I got the real one.
No, it's better than the dwarf.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. Where,
It is.
You've got both, John. Where do you stand?
The tripod's more restricted, slightly more restrictive, but it depends what pins you have in, I suppose. But fuck, it's hard to know. It's hard to pick between the two. The two of them are very good. I like both. Like,
the airflow's smoother.
I rotate both into the rotation every so
Yeah,
often.
I'll give you that. The dwarf is turbulent. But
Turbulent. That's what I don't like about it.
I think the flavour is
welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me, and I'm drinking tropical Strongbow, and that is very, very nice pineapple.
Ooh.
And yeah, and I'm sporting pugs on my top tonight.
Hey, bless you. Gone from cats to dogs. I like it. Nice. Gone authentic as well.
Jesus.
Did you hold your belly in then?
Yeah, of course I held it in. I let it out.
Nice one, Nick.
Yeah, that's me. Matt, take it away.
What have I got tonight? As usual, Caliburn. What have I got in there? Where is it? Some Big 5 Juice Co's Elephant, which is quite nice. That is a kiwi, orange, and strawberry. And it was only 50p a bottle, so that was even better.
Nice.
Only 21,700, Typhon GT4, and in that we have got some the Daily Grind, which is a white chocolate peppermint latte, which is a bit weird, but I kind of like it. The thingy with the thingy, the one that you should never leave on the table.
Noisy cricket.
We don't talk
Noisy
about
cricket with a Voltro 25.
Voltro,
That's
yeah.
it.
You did a good job in rewrapping that, Matt.
I know. You'd never even know, would you? I even painted the tank and everything. Did well there. What have I got in that one? I have got in that one. I haven't got the bottle. I forgot to pick that up. That is seriously slushy grape soda, which is shit. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
On that one. We've got the Mycata Unific. Unific Co.
I touched that.
The
I touched
Unitank-
that in my hands with my own hands.
The Unitank V2 with the dope bridge inside that. And then we've got the luscious white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake.
Delicious.
Luscious. That's the one. And then we've got, as always, the Overkill Lipo, PWM, Valhalla V2, and in that one,
Sweet Nirvana.
as always, because it's all that ever goes in it, is Sweet Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yay.
And yeah, there's a few other bits kicking about, but I'm not really using those. So that is me. Who's left to go?
me.
Me.
Everybody.
Right. I am on. Shiny, still. Love it. I'm on that. And in that, I got some Unreal Blue Hawaiian from Dispergo. Nearly gone. I'm also on my billet box with the Evil in there. Loving that. Totally loving it. Matt's, yours is having a rest at the minute. I'm on this little pinky stinky. Woohoo.
Can't
Little
see a wood.
galaxy.
Cannot see
Little-
anything though.
Galaxies, absolutely brilliant
Absolutely.
salt. I'm on the Tomahawk with the Hazard. Still not changed. Proper Coils. Borough Aliens. Been in there since Expo. Even the cotton running smooth. I've got all new screws for these now, so they're all up and running. 3 lots of dog pose. I'm on that. What's it called?
The Empire.
Empire. And I'm on a couple of salts there. I'm on some Resalt and I'm on some NRG Donut King.
What's on
I thought
top
I'd
of the Empire? The Sith, is it?
No, I got the Sith in the drawer. I haven't even opened it yet. I got the Dead Rabbit Max.
Uh,
I haven't even opened the Sith yet. I looked at it and it looks a bit plasticky and I haven't built on it yet. And I'm also on that pod as well. I dug that out, found some more coils for that. And what am I drinking?
we're going to start calling Hanky's buffet the mystery buffet because you can't see anything.
Because I can't what?
I can't see any of them.
I'm on that.
It's a brand new gold model house. No one else
I
has
couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out.
£700.
It's nerves because Mike's here and I'm trying to be brave.
Oh, don't be silly.
Right, I'm going to pass it over to you then, Mike.
Muchas apreciado. I'm a little bit light actually because I've got a lot of stuff on charge and stuff that needs rebuilding. So I've literally just grabbed my my little work beater, which is the G-Class V2 with the little modded Serendipity logo.
Yay.
On that, I've got the Aspire Kumo, which is a little single 18650. Sorry, 18650.
That's a cracking tank, that is, for the money.
Little single core. It works by capillary action, which is a big word.
And if you want to know more about the Kumo, you can always go onto the Proper Coils YouTube channel and watch the detailed review.
You
That
can.
has 3,000 views. Go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. That's all right. Little Proper Coil in there.
Hey.
Hey. And it crackles away and it's really flavoursome. I do like that. And I've got my Vanilla Sky in that one.
10 out of 10.
Oh, what?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah, I'll take that. If I could have got a trophy for my third place. I was going to stick it just up there, but it hasn't come through yet. But hey ho, never mind. And I'm on some Sarsens, 8.2%.
Oh, the rush.
Oh Lord.
The
Question
rush
time should be interesting.
Nice.
Yes, I'm a couple in. I've got one in the freezer, so I'm about there with that one. So far away in a bit. Who's left? Is it John or Pugs?
John and
You go,
I'll,
John.
I'll go. Yeah, my fancy camera. Hold on. I get
Hey,
there
fancy
we
camera.
go. Fancy
Look at
camera.
this.
Right, we have the. Is it showing? Yes. Don't tell me it's freezing.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, now.
It's okay, is it? The Typhoon GT4 and the SX.
Oh, that's what I've got mine on.
SL. What
Alright.
fucking V2 is it? How do you call it?
Yeah.
I always forget the name of that fucking thing. In that I have some luscious.
Delicious. Fucking hell.
Luscious. No, it's luscious. It is luscious, and it's called licious. It's lovely.
Lakaya.
Lemon tart. There we go. Lemon tart. Jumpy today, isn't it? Holy fuck. A real tripod V2. Yes,
Hey,
yes,
I've got the real one. I've got the
So
real one.
Hinchcliffe, if you're watching, that's what a real one looks like. Good man. Dolly Code's Danny Mini with a new body from Greece. 30 quid for that new body because the other one was scratched the fuck up. But yeah, that's a nice little mouth lung setup. And in that, some. And I did. That's frozen, motherfucker. right, hold on. Back to normal. Fuck that shit.
That's not working.
Yeah.
That's just you.
Back to normal, and that's too close. There we go. There we go.
Why was it jumpy for you?
Oh, it's just that fucking.
Trying to
Apple
run
music.
2 cameras.
A proper tobacco vanilla. Don't buy it. Buy version 10, whenever that comes out.
Is there only still one bought that?
Yeah, only one. There only ever will be one. I'd say that bought that. Porridge Viper. On top of that, the Regenesis, and in that I have some chocolatey Claire from Licious.
Mike's favourite lady.
The luscious.
I do know Chocolatey Claire.
My favorite setup that I've ever bought as a pair, the Hellfire Cobra Lava Edition. It's fucking gorgeous. And on top of that, the Skyfall. Fantastic setup. My favorite setup ever. And yeah. And in that, some more luscious. And it's the cheesecake, the raspberry cheesecake, white chocolate. Very nice. And last, as a little tribute to Mike, the Mr. O that I bought off him.
Oh, yes.
On top of that, the Requiem, the RDA from Vandy Vape.
That's a good RDA. That
It is. It was fucking cheap, but it was good. And Wick Liquor, of course. My favorite e-liquid ever, all time. Carnival. Been vaping that for years and years and years. And I am on some ice cold Peroni, which is always lovely.
Restaurant beer.
Yeah, that is me. Over to Pugs.
But before I start the buffet, I'm just going to interject from normal proceedings. Just because, there's people in chat and you're here as well. Joe's just sent me a picture. A woman's selling this dress. And she wants to know what everyone thinks about whether she should buy it or not. Can I just share the picture and then we'll just give her
Of course.
opinion about whether she should buy it?
We're going to get demonetized.
Joe should buy it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Is it for you or is it for Joe?
X1 in chat if she should buy the dress.
Why is it saying? Oh, hold on.
X2.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the dress. Just let me know what you think. I like the way it cuts down there like that.
Yeah.
Fucking demonetized straight away, Pugs. Fuck you.
No one like that one?
I'm going to have that big
Blends
red
in
fucking
quite well
sign
with the
beside the
colours
video
that are in
forever.
her hair as well,
Demonetized.
actually.
No one's keen on that dress, Joe. Sorry, I don't think you should buy it. Anyway, buffet. Right. So
I wasn't so keen on the mug that was on the coffee table.
the furniture was nice. I particularly love that big fat slag on the couch. I thought she was delicious.
Yeah.
Luscious, what someone say.
The luscious fat slag. Anyway, this I was talking about that way. This is the first lipo that I ever bought. off White Rose about 7 or 8 years ago. It's still got his old signature on the back of it. And I dropped it about 6 years ago and smashed the battery sled in it. And it's been sat on the shelf ever since. And the other day, I successfully put a new sled in it with a soldering iron and everything. And
Have
it's
you not
working.
blown yourself up yet?
No, and it's working perfectly well. It's lovely. It's just a straightforward, old school dual 18650 PWM with the old PWM board in it. And I've got the bulk on that, and I've been tanning that all week because I fucking love it. In that, I've got the cookies and cream that I made with Nevans' little. It's not 15%, no, it's 10% SSA on that because I'm running out. So it's still nice though. It's still lovely. I like it very much. I got the Voltrove with the 25mm. Fucking hell. Sorry, Noisy Cricket 2 with the 25mm Voltrove. In that, I've got Old Fashioned by Flavor Craver, which is lovely. I like it a lot. Got the Dwarf on the Lucia D. In that, I've got Alicia's Lemon Tart. Got another old school PWM with the Valhalla on it. In that, I've got Alicia's Chocolate Eclair, which is lovely through a lipo, actually. It really brings it out. Tonight, just before the show, I needed something for the big brass Valhalla, so I got the Stormbreaker out. I'm still not massively keen on this mod, to be honest. It's like a fucking dumbbell. I mean, I like heavy mods, but this is ridiculous. My arm's hurting now.
It's heavy.
It's like C3PO's cock.
So fucking heavy, and it's dirty as well.
You should have bought the rule breaker instead. It's a
It's
different
the
animal.
button. That's the only thing. I don't like the button. You have to-
Which is which? The rule break. Both of them are 3 battery. One is it or 2 battery or what is it? Rule breaker is.
Yeah, is it
Three.
one parallel, one series?
That's the rule breaker. That's triple 21-700 series.
Series. Okay. And then the other one is parallel. Is it? Is it
Parallel.
correct?
The thing is, though, the button, yeah, it's heavy and it's a bit uncomfortable. But when you got it in series, you don't have to press it for very long.
No, whereas with that, you really do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with that, it's touch and you're done.
Yeah. What else? Oh, in that, I've got Sweet Nabs.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo.
And courtesy of our Michael this week, I just sent him a message because I had the Blue Ether and I had nothing to put it on that looked even halfway decent. So he sent me a new Danny. Bless
Nice.
him.
Pleasure.
Very generous.
Absolutely legit, Danny. Thank you. Looks
Yeah,
nice.
turn it round. Turn it round.
There you go.
And in that, I've got Cherry Good Cherry Ice.
Sweet.
Popping. Lovely. And I'm drinking. I'm drinking some of that at some point tonight. Thank you very much.
Boom.
Boom. Tell you what I haven't got. A nice 21-700 dual fucking stabwood Ultrona. That's what I've not got. Could have
You're
had.
not missing much, to be fair.
It's not the fucking point.
I've sold one. I've sold one of them. I've sold one of them 62 times.
You sold a picture of one of them.
I chucked one in the bin
I
earlier. 'cause it's
sold a
working.
photo about 2.5 weeks ago to a bloke in SSPT6.
Yeah. Lesson
Yeah.
learnt.
Bank transfer. No.
So, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Michael. Tell us how you. I tell you what. Forget about Wick Liquor for a second. When did you stop smoking, go down to vaping, and what was your first couple of devices, or what was your? Tell us about your vaping journey, your early days.
So I went to America, circa 14, 15 years ago, something like that. Took the kids out there, did the old Disney thing, and we did a shopping day to one of the malls or mall. And I just happened to wander past this. They've got like the little sort of carts that line the middle bit, not the main shops, just the little carts. And there was a guy stood there with what I thought was a cigarette, and he was just stood there and he was puffing away, but the end was lighting up. And I thought, that's really bright. That he's really giving that a good suck. And then he was blowing out this what I thought was smoke. And the security guard was talking to him, and I thought any minute now the security guard, because they were really hot on not smoking in non-designated places, and I thought any minute now he's going to tell him to put that out and do one. But then the guard got one out of his pocket and had a couple of puffs and put it back in his pocket. And I was like, what is this alchemy? And I was fascinated, and I was just stood sort of watching him thinking, what? I was trying to work it out. And in the end, it got to me, and I thought, I'm going to have a wander over. And it was just the very, very first original sort of cigar-like sort of cigarettes. Little sort of filter bit that had some... just like a little bit of sort of what would you call it? Like a sort of filling. I wouldn't even know what the sort of filling. It certainly wasn't cotton. And you literally put a couple of the drips in. There was a little sort of atomizer bit that you put it over, and it soaked on. And
it was like the fish tank filler.
Yeah,
filament from a fish tank. It was that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It was almost a little bit like some like a bit of sort of fiberglassy, but a fluffed fiberglass thing. And I just got chatting to him and sort of said, how does it work and what is it? And he was explaining it all. And he said, are you thinking of giving up cigarettes? And I said, do you know what? I have actually been thinking of packing in the fags. I was about a sort of 20 to 30 red Marlboro a day guy. But I'd never smoke around the kids. Whenever I wanted a cigarette at home, I always went outside. I grew up with my mum and dad smoking John Player specials in the black packet, probably 40 a day, sat in the chair, and every 3 to 4 months, my dad would have to whitewash the ceiling because there was just a
yellow,
big nicotine stain on the ceiling, and the house smelt and the furniture smelt, and it was. But you don't overly notice it sort of growing up, but you do when you get to a certain stage. So I always said whenever I got my first house that I was never going to smoke in the house, and I never did. I always used to go outside, or if we were out somewhere. But I was also a very social smoker. So if I went out with people that didn't smoke, I wouldn't intentionally smoke. I'd wait till we were in between pubs and have one on the way, but because you could smoke in pubs back then. But if I went out with people that did smoke, that was it. It was just free for all. It was a couple of packets for a Saturday night with all the beers and stuff like that. So I knew with the kids and that I needed to look at giving up. So I just got talking to this guy, and I think the whole package for 2 of these things with a bottle of e-liquid, which I think it was 36 milligram, and it was some sort of tobacco, something or other. It was in a 30 mil bottle with a couple of extra filters and the charger, and that was about $85. And I weighed it up and I thought, yeah, fuck it, go on, I'll do it. So I bought it, and I gave it a couple of goes and thought, I'm not really sure on this. I was coughing and spluttering, and it was a bit shit. But the more that I persevered with it, the more I found I wasn't having a cigarette. So I thought, okay, so every time I use this and I'm not having a cigarette, that's technically benefiting me. We finished the holiday, we came back. And obviously, like most things that you buy abroad, they're not always available over here. So the sort of filters and the liquid ran out. So I was a bit stumped, but I didn't want to go back to smoking. I was actually starting to enjoy the sort of non-smoking, this sort of vaping. So I started to do a little bit of research. Watched a couple of sort of videos. I think it was Scott Bonner back in the day. Watched a couple of videos that he was doing. There was a couple of other guys doing some videos and stuff. And I just did a bit of research and happened to come across what is now Creme de Vape. But back then it was Cloud9 Vaping. And just sort of got in touch with them guys there. Said, look, I can see stuff on your website. I just really don't know. What would you recommend as something that can start off? This is what I was using. And they recommended the Ego 1 kit. So I bought that again with another little bottle of liquid from them, which was 24 milligram then. And that was it. I got probably halfway through the bottle, realised that I hadn't had a cigarette. I hadn't been out and bought a cigarette. And the rest of the cigarettes that I got, I threw in the bin, and I've never bought another packet of fags since. And that's
You've never been tempted?
I wouldn't say I've never been tempted,
like you said, you were a social smoker. You go out with your mates and everything like that, and they're smoking. Did you ever want a bit?
Um,
I can't stand the smell of it now.
That was the thing. I was quite happy to more enjoy the flavour side of vaping. You know, I found a really nice vanilla custard pretty much straight away and thought, yeah, I like that, and that did me, and that was my go-to. And yeah, I didn't like the smell. I probably had a couple of drags off a few people, or maybe, you know, somebody says, oh, you know, do you want a fag? And I lit one up and then went, what the fucking hell am I doing? But I just began to despise it. I wouldn't never stop somebody that was smoking. I wouldn't preach to them saying, oh, you know, you need to put that out. It's bad for you. Because I used to do it. So,
I do. I treat them like they've got the plague.
Yeah, I do now.
Go over there.
I used to do the out on the piss. Oh, fuck it, I'll have a fag.
Can't cope with it.
And then sort of wake up in the morning going,
it's fucking all the morning after.
Yeah.
And then that would make me go, nah. And then for a couple of years, I did it like out on a Christmas do when other people were smoking or something. Can't do it now. Can't do it.
Turkey about 9 years ago was the last time I fell off the wagon. That's because I was in Turkey. I was on holiday and everyone smokes in Turkey. Everybody fucking smokes.
Yeah.
No excuse. No excuse.
Yeah.
No,
you're actually handed them customs, aren't you, in Turkey?
Literally, honestly, everyone fucking, even the plants smoking fucking turkey. And I was sat on the balcony and I just thought, I'm not going to have a cigarette, but I could do with one of those little cigarellos, little cigars. I'll just have one of them because they sold them in the shop. So I bought a box, lasted about 2 days, and then I bought a packet of fags, and that was it for about 4 months.
That would be my only thing that I could have now would be a little Hamlet aromatic.
Yeah.
It seems to bringing out cigar e-cigs now.
I've not seen them.
I literally only seen it from yesterday. It was yesterday. They're disposables. They're 600 puff, same as the Alpha, but the Havana could be like Havana, whatever's Cuban cigar flavored, and if you Google them, they're all over the shops already. Like they're in a lot of the online shops already.
One of the posh net tobacco. One of the posh net tobacco companies, House of Liquid, bought out a cigar vape a little while ago, like a pod system, and it was Bluetooth controlled. So if you weren't near it and you left it on the side and it wasn't within Bluetooth range of your phone, your kids couldn't pick it up and use it because it wouldn't work.
Oh,
it's just quite
that's
clever.
a good idea, isn't it? Yeah,
it's quite clever, and you could just cut it off from your phone. It was fucking expensive. But
you imagine Pugs having all them mods and everything he's got there, everyone with Bluetooth. What the fuck? Thinking about what you said a minute ago, Mike, it just brought it back to when he said about when your mum and dad smoked and having to decorate. My mum and dad used to have to decorate every January because the walls were fucking yellow because they both smoked. But what I was going to say was, I remember being a kid in the back of the car with mum and dad, going somewhere with mum and dad, and me with my jumper over my face like this, and begging them to open the window.
Yeah.
They didn't even open the window when they were smoking.
Yeah.
My dad Mike, do you know what the response was? Oh, give over.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Spain a couple of times with my mum and dad on the old sort of 70s package holidays, and they'd be quite happily chuffing away on the plane. And
I smoked on a plane. When I went to Magaluf, you could smoke on a plane.
Yeah.
I'm too young to have been able to smoke on a plane.
Mike, does anyone work with you now that still smokes?
No.
So they all vape.
There's either non-vapers,
because
they never smoked anyway, so they've never vaped, or they are ex-smokers that have converted over to vaping. So we are, I suppose technically we are a smoke-free.
Is that something that you try and encourage? Like, if obviously you must have had like a few people working there. Someone must have like smoked in the past, and you've gone, hey, get on the vape.
We've had agency staff come in at times when it's been really busy and stuff like that. Mostly in the sort of warehouse and that. Rather than us preach to them of the benefits of vaping, their break times, they can go outside and they can have a cigarette and stuff like that. But what we've always generally found is because the minute they come into an environment where it's there and it's all around them and there's all this, sort of shiny stuff and it's and the guys are actually walking around the warehouse vaping away while they're, picking, because that person then can't do that with a cigarette.
Yeah.
They just come up to us and say, "Can I buy one of these?" And it's like, "Yeah, of course you can." They sort of convert themselves.
I think that's what they should do with pubs and hospitals and everything now. I think they should let you vape to encourage. That's
what my work have done. There's been a big thing about if you smoke, not only, obviously you have to go outside, but you're away from the doors. You're like 40 yards down the wall, and there's a little smoke thing for you if you want. But everybody inside, you're free to vape.
Yeah.
In our hospital, it's all vaping shelters. No smoking, just vaping.
I always have a load of mods on my desk. I'm known for it, though.
Yeah.
I sort them all out.
You can picture our place. It's just samples everywhere, bottles everywhere. Because we've got the Aspire hardware side, there's new stuff coming in, there's old stuff there. You can pretty much grab whatever you want whenever you want.
Has anyone ever walked in with a bottle of Donut King and you've hey, fucking get out of that?
That's what security are there for. We generally screen them before they get past the gate.
Hey Jimmy, check him. No, it's all right. It's only a gun.
Here's the cigar, e-cigar.
I wouldn't mind trying one of them.
I wouldn't mind trying it either, just to see.
I actually wouldn't. But £20.
Yeah.
No, just
how many
cheaper
plus
ones.
is that?
That's a high end one, I think.
So that's a disposable then.
1200.
High end disposable. Fuck me. See it all.
High end.
Made in Japan. Tell you who does smoke. All the staff that does all the disposable stalls at all the expos.
Yeah. You see them outside, don't you?
I think when we were walking back in May, as we walked past, there were 2 Chinese blokes stood out there having a fag.
Shall I tell you a story?
There
was guys in the building smoking.
In May, the building. I was down talking to Phil and Dimmy, and we were just having a bit of a natter. And the stand opposite theirs at the expo, it was a disposable stand. There was a little Chinese lady there. She was sat on her phone like that, and she did no more. She actually put her phone down, went in a bag, got a cigarette out, and lit it in the expo, and just sat back on a chair, smoking away on a cigarette in the expo on a phone. And me, Phil, and Dimmy were sat there, and we just went, "Is that really fucking happening? Are you really doing that?" Yeah. Absolutely nobody at a stand, by the way. Absolutely nobody there, and she was just sat there with a cigarette.
Fuck.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then, so that was your early journey. So how did you go from that to then Wick Liquor? What was the process?
I suppose what happened was I was with my ex at the time. I'd gone through the whole "this is it now, I'm not smoking." I was into vaping. I was looking at other devices. I was starting to do more and more research. The whole journey thing, the little ego pen lasted for a while, but I needed more. I saw people start to talk about different flavors and ohmage and all this, that, and it just gets you on that sort of mass journey. And then me and the ex, we split, and I met the love of my life, shall I say, who I'm with now, my Angie.
I presume she's watching.
She isn't. No, she's upstairs entertaining the kids and the dogs and keeping them out my fucking way for a week.
So did your ex break up with you because you didn't look as cool with a vape as you did with a fag?
No. She just couldn't take the length every day.
Can I just ask you, Mike? Your Angie. Did she smoke when you went to vaping, or when you met her, or was she already vaping?
Yeah, no. So when I got together, when we got together, I was obviously vaping. She was a smoker. So we'd sort of go out, and we'd go out for a couple of drinks and this, that, and the other. And she said, "Oh, I've seen people use these devices. What are they like?" So I obviously sort of got a couple of setups by then. I just said, "Look, I'll set you one up. I'll get you going. I'll get you some juice." Gave it to her. And within about a week, she was again doing that same, using that more than actually having a cigarette, and finding that she was liking it. She transitioned quite quickly. So that sort of started both of our sort of journeys, and off we went doing that. At the time then, there was, I think it was the original, I don't know whether it was the original Vape Fest, but it was at our local, it was at the Moat House in Tamworth. And there were some stalls there, and we sort of went along. And there was a very new company that was actually started up in Tamworth called I Fancy One. And they were just basically importing all the normal sort of Chinese stuff, the Ego batteries, the little C5 tops, and they've got them in cases, and they've got all this, but they've got them all logoed up. They look really, really cool, and they've got their own ranges of e-liquids that they were making as well, which sort of got us talking, saying, "Oh, you know, we're from Tamworth, with this, that, and the other." I think by that time we'd both got Pravaris with Bogue cartomizers in UDCT tanks, and sort of blowing a few clouds out. They were quite amazed by them because they hadn't seen that sort of device before, and that just sort of got us nattering to them. They opened up a store in our local town, retail store, and Angie got asked to be the manageress for it, which started her journey in the store with I Fancy One. And then a couple of years later, I got made redundant from the company I was with. And Ash gave me a call and said, "Get yourself a glass of wine, get yourself a vape, get yourself in bed, give me a video call tonight, we'll have a natter." And we sort of nattered through about 3 bottles of wine, and I ended up getting the job with Ash, and I've been with them ever since, which was 2016. 2015.
That sounds like the best interview ever.
Absolutely amazing, and that's how all the interviews.
I love you.
Yeah, in the end, I was sort of slumped over with wine dribbled down there. He was sort of almost asleep on his missus on his couch in his house. But that was it. It was brilliant, and it stayed the same ever since. It's just that sort of nice.
To be fair, Ash has that influence on you when you have an interview with him on Zoom or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time we've had one, we've been pissed and hugging each other.
Yeah, he's an absolute diamond. He'll do absolutely anything for anybody. He knows where people have sort of come from. He's come from that sort of council estate kid that had a bit of a bright idea, managed to get something together, bought a few bits and bobs, wheeled and dealed, and got himself to where he is now. But he never forgets his sort of humble roots.
Yes, proper down to earth.
Yeah, he's down to earth. He says it as it is. If it's shit, it's shit, and he'll tell you it's shit. If it's good, he'll invest the time in listening to you and going down that route. So it's really good. But that's pretty much where I went through after that to where I am now.
Very good. He's a very impressive man, I have to say.
Yes.
I missed all that. Can you say it again, Mike?
And on that note, we're going to jump into our first segment, and it is the where are we? Get me.
The first one.
Proper
What, you mean
Hall of
more than
Vape.
one?
Yeah, the first one. Well, we have the questions and all that shit.
Oh yeah, forgot about
First
that.
two. So at the minute we have this is the Proper Hall of Vape, so this is what we've in so far. Vindicator on the mods, Topside Jewel, and Wismec Reload. Drippers Wise, Goon, RDA, Asgard, and Kennedy. E-Liquid, the Ginge, is apparently the best liquid ever made because that was the first in. And Sweet Nirvana. And
Look at me on the mic again, the lazy bastard.
Tanks and RBAs, we have the Fat Rabbit. We need to fix this shit.
Not to be outdone though, Nevs. I got my tank at the top of there, just next to yours.
No bias.
The funny thing, we went on about how much that tank doesn't leak, and a few days later, mine started fucking leaking.
Good, delighted. I'm fucking delighted.
None of mine still leak, so fuck it.
Delighted. But mine's still leaking in the fucking
there you go. There's one. No leaks. There's another one. No leaks. All good.
Yeah.
Just dry hits.
I seen all them when I was at yours. They're fucking sweaty as fuck.
They weren't sweating.
Yeah, the condensation and
He
fucking.
wakes up and tops them up every morning.
It's on the top of the mod, right next to the fucking airflow. That's not.
Anyway, we get the wheel going.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll
Let's
try and
do
not share
this.
some fat naked ladies.
Let's hope we get tanks or RBAs. We need to build that one up a little bit.
Yeah, we need
Put
to
the Fat
balance
Rabbit
that.
2 in.
Add to stream.
Right. Okay. So the choice for today's is
E-liquids will be interesting.
asking him, shall we see?
E-liquids! Boom.
Boosh.
Boosh.
Always a controversial topic.
Right, so just a reminder of what we haven't already. We can't vote for Sweet Nirvana or the Ginge.
Okay.
All right. So we
You
have
can't vote for your own.
You can't vote for your own is right. That's correct. So we'll split it up 3 and 3. That's probably the best way to do it. We'll do 3 and 3 and then one finale. So at your leisure. Who wants to go first? Has anyone got one?
I'll do it. I've got one.
Yeah.
Jam Monster Blueberry.
Jam Monster Blueberry. Right. Let me get typing. Star
It
poll.
is. It's a blueberry jam on toast, but it's really, really buttery.
Battery.
It's the butter is very prominent in it. It's a really nice, creamy butter
Battery.
with a hint of toast and blueberry in the background. It's fucking lovely, and I hate blueberry liquids.
I've got one. I got one.
Shoot.
Yummy Vapor Taruto.
I knew you were going to say that at some point.
Yummy. Y-A-M-M-Y.
YAMI Vapor VAPOR. It's American.
That's the one Hinchcliffe bangs on about.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah. Yummy Vapor what?
Taruto.
How the fuck do you spell that?
TARUTO.
T-R-A...
TARUTO.
U-T-O. Okay.
I'll be
3
surprised
minutes.
if no one's tried that in chat. To be honest,
What's the profile of that?
it's pastel donata.
Portuguese custard tart, basically.
Yeah.
I'd like to try it. I've got one, and it's the same one because I am determined at some point to get it on there because it fucking deserves to be on there. And that is the original Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk. Yeah, that makes sense in fairness.
It does deserve to be on there.
Are we having 3 minute timer or 5?
So yeah, go 3, yeah.
3 then.
Mother's Milk. Right, so Jam Monster Blueberry, Yummy Vapor, Taruto,
Which
How
is
do
a
you
strawberry
pronounce that?
custard, by the way.
And Mother's Milk. Get voting. Boom. I'm very interested to see what Mike puts up. Because you can't
It's a
put
bit
your
of a
own up.
blast from the past, actually.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
But
blast
yeah,
from-
don't tell us he has to keep the suspense.
No, no,
until
no,
the
no.
poll's over. That's what these should be. They should be blast from the past, like the old school stuff.
Oh, Mother's Milk is edging it, and I'm surprised because it actually wasn't that good.
Edging it. It's fucking hammering it.
It is now. It was edging it. It wasn't actually that good. Mother's Milk was a little bit.
The
At the time, you didn't have a lot of options.
original Mother's Milk, the original one.
That's
Not the
the
one
thing.
that's
Back then, it would have been just.
Back then, I suppose it was probably
It
still.
would have been two, 3 concentrates with a fuckload of sweetener, and it wouldn't have been like any special sweetener. It would have just been like TFA sweetener. But because it was new to you back then, it was like fucking hell, that's fucking good. That's like strawberry custard. That
It was.
Like,
It was.
tried
sweet.
it now.
Full of sweetener.
Even if it was the same recipe, you'd think, get that.
It's the most cloned recipe out there. Easily.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Mother's Milk.
It's what sent me down the rabbit hole 100%. As soon as I tasted that, and it was 25 quid for a 30ml bottle, bear in mind. As soon as I tasted that, I was fucking sold. I wanted everything to do with vaping. And that's when I got the Vamo V8 and everything else started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I was still on that all the time.
They were the old heady days. They were 30 mil for like 18 quid.
Yeah. Americans, when the American e-liquid came in.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. It tastes better from a glass bottle.
It's like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
There's some
It's like-
truth in that. There is some truth in that. I used to love the glass dripper bottles.
Yeah. It just tastes better from a glass bottle.
Yeah. The minute we moved from Wick Liquor in the 30 mil drippers to the short fill, the TPD short fills, everybody said you've changed the recipe. It's like, we haven't.
Yeah.
Still the same.
Yeah.
The only thing
Where
we've
are they?
done is put the nick out,
Yeah.
and that's it.
So either it does
Oh,
taste
see, there's
better.
one Mr. Intense. Grant's vanilla custard.
It either does taste better in the glass bottle, or that little bit of steeping was changing the flavour.
Creed's was better than Grant's.
Definitely the addition of nicotine.
It probably was, but Grant's was the original. Everyone said Grant's tasted like pepper, though.
Yeah, that's because
That's
of
Mark Todd's favourite.
Yeah.
There you go.
One of his favourite.
Oh, got it in.
Hi.
Mother's
Oh, not
milk.
yet.
Mother's milk.
It's not in yet, obviously. It's through to the next round.
Yeah, through to the next round. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so that was poll number 1. So, Mike, you had one ready to rock.
I did, and this is again casting back to when we had one of the original Vapey Expo things at our local moat house. There was a company there. A lot of people will remember them, Mrs. Lord's.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. They're
And
still
they
going.
Yeah, and they were there, and they got some beautiful smelling. Just the smell in the air of people vaping their products was absolutely gorgeous. And they had one which was a custard cream, and it was fucking phenomenal. So I'm gonna go with Mrs. Lord's custard cream.
Was it naughty?
It was extremely. It was that naughty. All the wasps from outside were in trying it.
All their juices were naughty. I don't think they're new. It's now called Mrs. Lord's Pantry.
Yeah.
But they used to do a Pontefract cake.
Yeah,
And I
they were
love
proper sort of old sweet shoppy style sort of cake. You know, the sort of summer fair cake stuff, and
the Victoria Sponge was good as well.
it was amazing stuff.
The Bakewell was good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have some good ones. Yeah, they were like a proper rustic e-liquid company.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to buy some now.
yeah.
They sell concentrates.
It won't be the same because I'll have
They're
one
not the same. They won't be the same, but I'm going to have to.
No.
Yeah, they will because they sell concentrates.
as well.
Oh, they do the bottle shots.
Oh, whoa. Look at that.
Chill.
Yeah,
Okay, Hanky, have you got one ready to rock?
Yeah, I've got one ready. I dug this out earlier. Doozy Sweet Treats Gummy Bear.
Doozy. They've been going a long time.
Doozy.
Doozy.
What flavour gummy bear? What flavour gummy bear is it?
Just says Gummy Bear, no flavour.
Robin bastards.
What does it taste
Juicy
like?
punch of blackcurrant berry gummies.
Say blackcurrant.
So they're blackcurrant.
So it's a blackcurrant. Something I was tidying up earlier and I just looked through everything.
It won't be like yours, Nebs. Nothing is.
Wait until yours comes out, it'll be tea and biscuits.
Right, I am going to go with for I think the second time or third time. Yeah, this isn't just because Mike's here. I've already put it in a couple of times already, and it needs to be in.
Carnival.
Wick Liquor Carnival.
Yes.
It's gonna be Carnival versus fucking Mother's Milk, innit? And Carnival's gonna win.
Carnival.
Yeah, probably.
The last time I put Carnival in, it didn't get that many votes. I think I was up against something.
I've still got some.
It is a huge in the range. It's a very hugely underrated one, but everybody that then tries it goes, "That's really nice."
Which
you
one
have
was the one with the
any-
sugar cane? Was that Contra with the sugar cane in it?
No, Contra is Contra's like a citrus fruit compote. So it's
So
like
it's Carnival that's got the sugar cane in it.
Carnival is
The voodoo one is
it's
the
like a
sugar
deep
cane.
fried sugar donut with Chula Vista skull cake. So it's like an iced cake with donut.
I wasn't a fan of it. Well, I've heard it was nicer in before CPD. Though.
Did you say kumquat?
Kumquat, that's your safe word, isn't it, Hanky?
Yeah, kumquat.
So it's up now. So Wick Liquor Carnival, Miss Lord's Custard Cream, and Doozy Gummy Bear. Get voting. Get voting.
Time start.
Did you have any input in Carnival, Mike?
No, they were literally all done by the time I started. But it was literally on the cusp of I started just as they were just ready to launch Wick Liquor.
I remember trying the Wick Liquor range for the first time and going into vape-PR. I walked in there, was looking around, and there'd loads of Chinese shit, and I'm stood there with a billet box, and the bloke's going, "Oh my god, you've got a billet box!" I'm like, yeah. Like every standard vape shop, you put something on the counter, and they go, "What's that?"
Yeah. Which one was it? The Fleet store?
No, the Guildford one.
Guildford, yeah.
Which is now shut. The only one near me now is Godalming, which is a really random place to have one when Guildford's a much bigger town. But I walked in there, tried all of them, and Boulevard, I just went, that is the best liquid I've ever tasted. And I vaped that pretty much constantly for about 18 months.
Yeah. Nothing
else. I just kept going back and buying more.
Yeah, when I tried Boulevard for the first time, nothing was as fruity as that.
Yeah.
Even now, to be honest, it's still very, very...
Stands up.
Considering we've got 4 key flavours, Boulevard, Contra, Carnival, Deja Voodoo, and obviously the 2 shattered variants of Boulevard and Contra, since 2016 to still be in the sort of top 5 of a lot of people's best juices it's not bad.
That's what I said.
Even now, it vapes like a dessert, but it's not a dessert because you get that mouthfeel with it as well, and you don't get that with fruit.
Yeah,
I've still not tried.
Have you got any of the old branded Boulevard left with the old label?
What, before we've changed to the...
Before you rebranded, yeah. The old style label.
Yeah.
We need to have a conversation because I need some of that.
They've probably got some labels as well, Matt.
Yeah, just some of the new stuff with the labels on, yeah. That'd be fine.
The only one I've tried is Boulevard Shattered and Carnival. They're them 2 I've tried.
Yeah.
You've never tried original Boulevard?
Nope.
I'll have to sort some out for you all.
I never used to buy ever. I never used to buy commercial liquids because I was a mixer before anything else. So I never used to buy.
Mike, can I just ask what that Mrs. Lord's? Which flavour did you say?
It was custard cream.
Oh, custard cream.
Mr. Intense here saying marmalade that he actually absolutely loved. I've never had a marmalade.
There's one here called Rough Shag.
That's where Hinchcliffe's been.
John.
We're up. So many times I've told
Carnival
you
has smashed.
Call me that on live on air, Hanky.
What did you say, Mike?
I said so many times I've told you not to call me that live on air.
Yeah.
I don't know why he calls you that, Mike. I found you a very gentle lover.
I am.
He does look gentle.
Very smooth hands, very nimble, very dexterous.
Are they as soft as Craig's hands?
They are.
He's done a hand check, didn't he, like that? And he has got so womanly hands. Aren't you, Craig?
So in the final, we have Clicker Carnival up against Mother's Milk.
Ooh.
Bit of a old school rivalry here.
Bastard.
So let's get voting.
I'll get it in one fucking week, I swear to God.
I'm taking the same. I'm just going to keep voting for it.
Timer started.
Would be nice though this week if we get.
I think you might be in this week, John.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect time to get Carnival in.
I'll back
Mike is here, you know. So
let me click it. Can I click
if you like Mike at all,
yeah,
you should
Mike,
really vote
you
for
can
Carnival.
click anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Even if you've never tried Carnival.
As we thought. Fucking last time.
Get in.
I feel so sorry for it. It deserves a fucking point on there.
It
Well, at least
will
Carnival's
get
out of the way now.
That's only 18 votes.
How many people are watching?
We have
40.
40.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone.
And only 20 people have clicked the fucking like. Come on, click it.
It matters with the algorithms.
Oh,
A
that's
bit
shit.
slow tonight because not a lot of people have been voting.
80%. Fucking hell. Clearly, these people
Yeah.
don't remember the old mother's milk.
Or just Carnival's amazing.
No.
Did you
No.
vote Carnival, Mike?
I did.
Of course he did.
Matt's done it 15 times.
X1 in chat if you've never tried the original mother's milk.
Yeah. That's interesting to know, actually.
I tried that many mother's milks. I don't know what the original was. No,
See,
not
my,
that
my
way.
100% personal favourite from the range is Deja Voodoo.
Yours?
That was the sugar
Yeah.
cane one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Chula
Yeah.
Vista sugar cane. Yeah.
I knew one of them had bloody sugar
Yeah.
cane.
You
in
have to let us try, Mike, so I can see.
It is. It's the most expensive out of the range that we do, and there are, and I've said it before, and I did get somebody say, I can't say others that there are actually around 17 different components that go into it.
I'll have to try
In
it.
what? In what?
In Deja Voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Question for Mike: do you still do the big bottles of Carnival? I only see 100ml bottles in my local vape shop.
You will only see the 100ml bottles because we did stop the 150ml Juggernaut bottles, and that was purely because the manufacturer of those bottles ceased production of those bottles. So we had no choice, and we fell in line, unfortunately, with the, I suppose, is the industry standard now of 100ml Chubby Gorilla.
Yeah.
But
Paul
yeah, it wasn't,
me too.
it wasn't through anything that we said we're not going to do them anymore. It was the manufacturer. They just said we're stopping making those bottles. So we bought
Scott Wood is single-handedly trying to get my channel demonetized.
I bought a Juggernaut bottle once. It was the Juggernauts, the big one.
There you
Yeah,
go.
the 150 Juggernaut.
Time.
Yeah, I bought one of them,
Ah.
and they were shit because the tops popped off when you were trying to.
Wick
squeeze
Liquor
them.
has one, 66%, 34%. Yeah. Boom.
Is that yours, John?
Get in.
Was that yours, John? Yeah.
That was mine, yeah. That was like the third go trying to get that in.
I'll get it in.
The 150 mils, Matt, were perfect for retail. Everybody loved the big sizes and that. The downside was that volume of liquid in that nib caused a weak spot on the cap. So the minute you squeezed it into your bottle, if you squeeze it too hard,
It just pop.
I think there was just too much pressure. There was a small area with a big cap, and it just couldn't cope with it.
Yeah.
Couldn't cope with it. I ended up with one of those in my lap and went never again.
The amount of customer service pictures that we've got of people from here down in cars with it all up their car steering wheel, everything. I was just about to attend an interview and look.
That was only Hanky.
So, Mike, here's a question. Out of all the juices that Wick Liquor produce and manufacture and whatever, which is your favourite? If it's one of yours, choose something else.
Or about to manufacture.
You want to pick someone else's now.
I've heard you're about to manufacture some really questionable liquids from
extremely
questionable pair of characters.
Yeah. I've had quite an in-depth conversation with our technical designer today. We've gone through the initial design stage. We're happy with the design. We now move on to the technical design stage, which is the finish of the labels. So that will be textures, chromatics, how they visually look and feel. So I've had a meeting today with the technical designer to put across the guys' ideas. I don't know who the two guys are, but
You sound like fucking geniuses. I don't mind telling you.
honestly,
It should be. They should be shiny, like the bald spot of one of the people behind it.
Ooh, teaser.
Ooh, look at that. Coming soon.
The loo.
Flu. It's called flu.
Yeah.
Has anyone besides you tried our liquids, Mike?
Has anyone
tried our liquids beside you there? Well,
Yes.
an ash.
Yes.
I've tried them all. They're all shit.
Yeah. They've all gone around the whole office. Because
General consensus?
General consensus is you've got there's a couple of people that don't like one of them because it's a bit out there because it's not been done before and an unusual flavour for an e-liquid.
Tea biscuit.
And other than that, you've got 8 absolute bangers that I think pretty much everybody in the office would buy at least one as their favourite.
Cool.
Yeah. And my missus is the most fussiest fucking vapor in the world. She has only ever vaped Boulevard.
No way.
So if we've ever had new concentrates in, or we've been playing around with varying different versions of Boulevard, which we have done over the years, not to change Boulevard, but to bring out maybe potentially sub Boulevards.
Yeah.
She's always been the first person that it's been given to, because she'll pick it out and smell it from 100 miles away. But even she's gone through those, and she's probably got about 6 that she's gone, I'd vape that. So that's a pretty good compliment. But out of all of the ones that we do manufacture, probably my favourite that I would vape.
If you could only take the one to a deserted island.
If I could only take the one to a deserted island, would probably be.
And I'm coming with you.
The one that isn't out yet, but is based upon my choice that was in the poll, which is my custard cream that I'm going to be bringing out soon. Exclusive.
Right. One that's not yours.
One that's not mine.
One that's not yours.
But is manufactured by us.
Yeah.
Cherry Good, Cherry Nice, Loco.
Is that the blackcurrant one?
Yeah, blackcurrant, aniseed, and cherry.
Yeah.
Nice.
And FYI, just your variants of Boulevard. Have you tried one with that? Have you tried one with apple?
I think we've probably got every fruit and every dessert in a big box somewhere.
Dibs on that one.
Did you say Cherry Good, Cherry Nice, Urban?
Loco.
Yeah.
Loco.
I think I've got Loco somewhere.
Yeah.
Which one did I like from those? Urban. It was Urban that I liked, which was the strawberry kiwi one.
I think I got the ice.
Kiwi cherry.
I've got the ice.
Cherry. Yeah. They've done really, really well. The salts launched last week for them, and they've flown.
Folks, you used my SMC yet? What's an SMC?
Suck my car.
Sticky man come.
That one, Mike.
I'm not sure what that
That's
is.
the one. Yeah.
Like the
cherry,
label on them.
cherry plum and aniseed.
Yeah, the plum one.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to shoot on to our second and last segment, which is question time.
I'm going to run over, John.
We're going to run over, John.
And we were going to do this in 6 minutes, then we're going to say our goodbyes. So we've got 6 questions we're going to go through, the set questions, then Hanky's going to ask some random questions after me. So question number 1. Do you or have you ever had a nickname, and why were you called that? Or why are you called that?
Clampy. I'm going to say Clampy.
G Clamp.
Yeah, Clampy was one. G Clamp was another. Although my dad was George, so he was actually G Clamp.
He was actually G Clamp, yeah.
He was actually a G Clamp. But I used to get. I was quite a skinny lad when I was.
Paul Inchcliffe wants to come on.
What?
Yeah.
Paul Inchcliffe wants to come in.
Yeah, of course, jump in. Yeah. He has the link, hasn't he?
No, I'll send it to him.
No,
In the
he like
chat.
it. He's in the chat.
In the chat, Paul.
But yeah, I was quite a
Jump
skinny,
in, Paul, jump in.
skinny little thing growing up, and I used to get called Bodian, which was short for Cambodian, because I was quite skinny and resembled a Cambodian style person back in that day.
Oh,
So they shortened it to Bodian. I don't know why.
right. Okay.
But it
Question
used,
number two.
Clamper used to be the main one.
Right. Question number two. So, in a hypothetical world, your lovely lady friend has allowed you to have a hall pass. So, who would be your hall pass?
Have you ever met Angie? She wouldn't do that.
This is
killing
again. I've said hypothetically about 5 times, just to cover you. Just to cover you. This is all hypothetical.
Absolutely no qualms. If
The
the
next
hall
door neighbour.
pass was given tomorrow, it would be Kate Beckinsale.
Ah,
Respectable.
classy.
Mm,
Keeping it classy. I like it.
yeah. Van Helsing. Oh yes.
Question number 3. So, in a movie about you, who would play you?
I would say it's either going to be. If I do this, it's either going to be Bruce Willis
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Jackie
Black
Chan.
Hoodie Herb.
Who?
Black Hoodie Herb.
Before we fucked his shoulder up.
Yeah.
Williams. Yeah, there's a lot there. That's it.
Yeah,
I
you
can
see it.
see that actually, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said that to
you,
you?
you have to say maybe.
Blah,
Maybe,
blah,
maybe.
blah. Oh, baby.
Maybe. Question number 4. If you could fight anybody, who would it be and why? And well, we're presuming you win the fight. Just, yeah.
An actual physical fisticuffs.
Who would you like to beat up, basically? Anyone in the world, celebrities you don't like, or just anybody?
You're not allowed to pick anyone on the panel.
The drama is allowed.
Paul isn't in yet. You can pick him.
I'm a lover more than a fighter. I will say that.
You get a
But
bum there.
That's a cop out.
there's only ever been one person that I would have wished to have been at the train station when they caught their train, but pushed them under it just before it stopped.
That's not fighting. That's called murder.
It is. But it's
Manslaughter.
been a very
Yeah, you've
crowded
gone to the
train
next level,
station,
Mike.
and it would have just been a
Oh, sorry, mate.
yeah. Oh, terribly sorry. It was just somebody that I used to work with that tried to blame. They tried to blame their inadequate. Hang on.
Inadequacies.
Inadequacies
I told you the early 8% was going to kick in at question time, didn't I?
as me. So everything that they were saying that was them, they were trying to pass off as me, and it got me into quite a bit of shit. I managed to get out of it by explaining that it wasn't me in the correct way of proving it. They actually then left, didn't ever come back because they'd been found out. But I would have quite happily at that stage, because it almost cost me a very, very well-paid job. I would have quite happily pushed them under a fucking train.
I used to wear one of them. Yeah, I used to wear one of them. They were doing things themselves, but they would slyly make out like it was you that was doing it.
Yeah. We used to
The
work
moral of the story is
two split 12-hour shifts. So I'd be on for 12, then they'd come on for 12. What they did through the 12 was virtually next to fuck all.
Yeah.
I did absolutely everything on my shift, but they used to then blame the things that had gone wrong that hadn't been done, that I hadn't done it. Because they did the day shift when all the management was in, and I did the night shift when nobody was in, apart from a couple of other people. So
I do not upset Mike and then go and get a train with him.
no,
Just take note of that.
And
It's not wise.
Do your own fucking work.
yeah, exactly.
Question number 5. What was the worst thing ever said about you online?
Worst
I
thing
think
about me
that's
online.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a rare occurrence, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever had anything really bad called about me online, because I've never really been online.
Yeah.
I did get into a bit of road rage with a guy that was just not getting out of the way when I was on the way to work. I wasn't particularly late, and all I did was bit my horn like everybody
typical
did.
S3 driver.
Yeah, bit my horn, and he stopped and he got out, and I just happened to be at that time taking a vape while he got out of his car, and he said, "Shut up, you fat gay, and keep vaping."
What did you say? Okay.
And I thought, number one, how can you see from that distance that I'm fat? I'm not. I'm certainly not gay. I was vaping, so 2 out of
1 out of 3.
yeah, 1 out of 3 was wrong. 1 out of 3 was right.
You can have that one.
You said you haven't had anything bad said about you, but I had a nasty email that was meant for you from a girl called Chocolatey Claire. And she said she resents everything you said about her.
Enough about Chocolatey Claire.
You still haven't sent me her phone number, Mike. Actually, we need to sort that.
I was going to, but there was just a little smudge over the last couple of numbers. I couldn't
Last question. Question number 6. Tell us about something negative that happened in your life that in the long run turned out to be a positive.
Someone called him a fat vaping gay.
whilst on the way to a vape interview at Pride for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Something that was a negative that turned into a positive. I suppose the fact that the previous job to the one I'm in now, I got made redundant. It was a complete out of the blue. It wasn't planned. Nobody knew it was coming. It was just one of them. We lost a big contract. It was about a £4.5 million contract through no fault of my own. And
Was it your
I
mate?
looked after the what? Sorry.
Was it your mate's fault? What did the
Yeah.
fault?
Yeah. Apparently, he was telling management it was me, but it was actually him. No, it was a different company. But we lost the contract. Woolworths was one of the big buyers. They obviously disappeared, so that put strain on the contract anyway. And I got made redundant. And literally about a week after that, I got the job at Wick Liquor. So,
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Positive.
Nice.
That's definitely a negative to a positive. Definitely.
yeah.
For sure.
So when you go to work, does it feel like work?
No.
Because obviously it's enjoyable, isn't it?
It's a really enjoyable, pleasant environment to be in. Everybody gets on. Everybody's mates. Yes, you've got hierarchy within it. My missus is our business and marketing manager, so technically she's over me.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's a really nice environment. But I think because of that, we work well together. So things come out quicker than maybe if they were more corporate driven.
Yeah.
Because we can have the banter of "that's absolutely fucking shit, mate," whereas you'd have to go through quite a bold statement of words and meetings and things to tell somebody something was shit.
Yeah.
We just go, "It's fucking shit." Yeah.
Fair.
But no, it is. It's a good company to work for.
Before Hanky jumps into his questions, Matt, can you get the Zoom ready to rock?
It's ready. It's
Good
ready.
man.
Oh, it's just locked out. It's
On the
coming.
ball tonight. Hanky.
He is.
Shoot.
Mike,
Yes.
good evening. And if I said to you how big you were, no, that wasn't the question. Right. What's the most incredible thing you have ever heard about yourself?
It's the most incredible thing I've ever heard about me.
yourself?
Well, firstly, if you were going to ask me how big I was, you've only bought one ruler.
You do, does it?
Yeah.
The most incredible thing.
You've ever heard about yourself?
God.
anything or not?
Was it? I can actually feel that.
Yeah, I think it was probably. Do you know what the fuck you're actually doing?
Yeah. Did you mean to put it in there?
I would probably say if you jump right back to my childhood, I learned to read at a very, very, very young age, and quite well and quite fluently. So the teachers used to say. I used to narrate the school plays, and I was probably about 6. So the older kids used to perform the play, and I used to do all the little narration bits in between the scenes changing. And I think one of the teachers says, "He's such a fluent reader."
So what you're saying is nobody said anything good about you since you were 6.
No. And that's 51 years ago.
Fucking hell. You don't look that old. Right, last question. If you could start a secret club, what would it be?
Zodium one. Any nabs? Okay.
So one.
Yeah. Obviously, the first rule of that club is that I can't talk about it.
No.
I can't actually confirm or deny that that club actually exists, and that I can't confirm that there are potentially members within the panel this evening.
You didn't come and join Pugs and Nev's wank group, did you?
Did you get the invite too?
I turned it down. Pugs is just.
Mike really wanted us to work with him, so we just used that to our advantage.
This was my interview, Matt, for that club.
Shh, it's a secret.
It
I was
did very
hoping
well.
you'd answer like that.
He got the job.
Cheers, Mike. Thank you.
No problem, sir.
You're a bit fucking late now, Blumpkin.
Go over.
You have to do my outro.
Run over.
Run over.
Fuck over.
It's not asking questions.
Just because, we're going to hang around anyway.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked Blumpkin the questions?
Ooh, that's a good
Did,
one.
but not after I've drunk half a bottle of vodka.
Oh, we had him on. Yeah, sure. We had him on. Yeah, he was.
Has
he
he had the same questions? I don't remember.
Green one week.
Is he looking good tonight or what?
He was earthworm grim.
Cool. Look at that.
He looks like a redneck truck driver tonight.
He does actually. Yeah.
He looks like he's wearing a superhero outfit underneath his
It
shirt.
all relates to the reason I'm late. I was busy fucking all of your mums and your wife.
He looks like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto.
Hey, well, I'll take it.
The worrying thing is my mum's in an urn just over there, so if you were fucking her...
Well, it was. The problem, I've been busy. I had to go to A&E. I've been fingering aliens, and it's gone. Yeah. Fucking out, mate. Done.
Is that a dramatic stab at somebody?
It's not dramatic. It's just a.
That was fucking hanging, by the way.
It was, but it looked like Bishop. It looked like Bishop,
When
and
I
I finger it.
clicked on the chat, when I clicked on the chat and saw that, about 10 minutes prior, I just had my dinner.
Like I've been fingering
Clicked on
Bishop.
the chat and went, oh,
Yeah.
no, bye. I'm gone.
What'd you do to it?
No, it's not him.
not
It was Luke.
Oh, Luke. Yeah.
Luke's finger. But he shows the picture what he got. I'm going to A&E, but it looked like he'd been infected for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought he'd just finished.
He did
Yeah,
share the
clean
fact that he's today wearing a condom on his finger. That's not where they go.
To be fair, it does look as if that's where it comes from with him.
It does. He's been fucking androids.
Anyway,
You asked me to say no. I'd say no.
2 in the front and 1
Right,
in
we're
the side.
talking the after show. Right, we're gonna wrap this up before I get even more demonetized. You cunts.
Started yet? Come on.
Right, thanks to everyone in the chat for coming in, and thanks to the lovely Mike from Wick Liquor for joining us.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
Excellent guest. Thanks to the usual bunch of motherfuckers: Pugs, Matt, Eminem, and Hanky. And we'll see Graham in a few weeks. He's taking a sabbatical. I think he's going to He's going to fucking the Vatican to say
He's
prayers.
run out of green sticks. That's his
He's
fucking
found
problem.
God.
No, he's had too many green sticks.
How did you know that? How
I-
did he
I think he's
contact you?
seen God in AI or some shit, or invented his own God, maybe. I don't know.
Graham is now Neo.
Do you reckon there's nothing wrong with him? He just got AI to write that email to you to see how well it works.
No, didn't he join the dating scene last week?
Conspiracy.
They call him Graham Filler now.
He's found a
Hang on,
lovely.
has Graham joined Grindr again?
I don't know which
It
one it
didn't
is.
go well last time he was on Grindr. That's not good. Did nobody warn him?
No, when he was using the grinder.
If anyone
Yeah,
speaks
that's
to
never good,
sees
but-
or hears of Netreality Graham Miller in the next 2 weeks, let us know.
The peppermill.
Right.
Grindr.
One pepper.
If you want to check on him, just sign into Grindr. He's there.
I hope that wasn't a deaf person mockery.
What?
And as always, next week's guest will always be Grim
What?
Green
What?
and Rip Tripper. See you all next week.
Always.
Bye.
Ciao.